Warriors. Here's a shot and a goal. Max Warner off the rush. And Moose Jaw evens the game 1-1. Middle for Korsak, across the line, back Calvert to the net. He shoots, he scores! Atlee Calvert steps into one from the right dot, and Medigan had to go off his arm and in, and it's 2-1 Moose Jaw. Onto the far side for Furcus, centered, Alry all alone to the net, scores! Eric Alry makes it 3-1 Moose Jaw. Here's a face-off win, Matejchuk walks in and shoots, tip, score! Calvert a redirect at the top of the crease, a power play goal, and it's 4-1 Moose Jaw.
Get me out of this. Ha!
Cross ice brought forward, here's Matejchuk in for Calvert to the net, backdoor score! Eric Alry off the rush, restores the 2-goal lead with his second, it's 5-3. And that will do it, a 5-3 win for the Moose Jaw Warriors on the road. They win their 12th game away from home.
And I'm down on my luck.
It might be January, but there's been plenty of playoff positioning implications in the Warriors games this week. Hello, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the hangar here for tonight's matchup between the Warriors and the Calgary Hitmen. We're counting down to puck drop here with the pregame show on IKS Media Warriors Live. The Warriors opened the week with a big Eastern Conference tilt in Lethbridge. Moose Jaw beat the Hurricanes 5-3, which moved the Warriors 3 points up in the Eastern Conference standings. But now tonight the Warriors will be facing the Hitmen, who are just 2 points back for fourth place in the Eastern Conference, and there's still plenty of hockey left to play this season, but every point counts in the race towards the WHL playoffs. Calgary comes in after picking up a 3-1 win in Prince Albert on Wednesday. The home team has won each game so far in the season series between these two teams, with Moose Jaw scoring a 9-2 victory in their last meeting back on December 9th. For more on tonight's matchup, let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I spoke with head coach Marc O'Leary. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary before tonight's game against the Calgary Hitmen. Let's talk about Wednesday, though. A big win in Lethbridge. They got the early goal on you, but the team responds after that with 4 unanswered and puts together a strong 60-minute game.
Yeah, I thought overall it was a pretty good game for us. You know, in terms of what we gave up, 5-on-5. I really liked that. We talked before the game how important puck management was going to be, and then the battles in front of both nets. And I thought, in terms of the battles in front of our goalie, in front of their goalie, I thought we were best in that area. I still like to see us clean up the puck management a little bit through the neutral zone.
I know it's still January, but nice to get a little separation in the standings as well with that win.
Yeah, and that separation is only going to last as long as you want it to. I think that that makes it fun. We've talked all season that we have a really good division and a really good conference, and there's a lot of teams battling for positioning. And again, that's what you like about hockey. It's competitive, it's hard, but I like our team when we're playing the right way.
Busy schedule for this week continues with a big game against Calgary, another team that's right behind you in the standings. Is this another important one for the team?
Yeah, you see the effort that we had, our bounce back game against Brandon when we didn't like how things went. It'd be no different with Calgary. The last time they played in this building, it was one-sided. We expect a much different game here on Friday night, but very similar to Lethbridge, a team that's nipping on our heels and that's playing pretty good hockey right now on their road trip.
What do they have? What do they do well? What do they bring to the table when they come in here?
I think it's their depth. I think they roll 4 lines, and they do it by committee. And when they're playing well, they're fresh. They come at you hard, and we'll need to be ready. Again, the same areas that we talked about with Lethbridge. I think if we're managing pucks properly and not trying to force things, I still like our chances.
When a team does roll the lines, does that put pressure on yourself to try and match those lines and roll lines as well?
Yeah, I think we're a team that wants wants to do that 5-on-5 as well. But again, there's a responsibility on the players' end to, earn that trust. And I think, those are the best nights as a coach. I talk about that all the time, that when you can roll 4 lines, everybody feels involved, and that's great. But again, there's a responsibility to do your part to earn that ice time.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to Coach O'Leary for joining us here on the pregame show. When we come back, I'll catch up with Warriors forward Atlee Calvert, who had 2 goals and 4 points as he tied a career high with those 4 points in Wednesday's win. We'll hear more about that and get his thoughts on tonight's matchup. That's next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
It's where co-workers gather for team lunches. It's where first dates feel a little less awkward. It's where friends are treated like family. It's the Mad Greek.
Thank you for 20 years of local love and support.
We can't wait for the next 20 years. We love Moose Jaw.
Dine in, take out, or delivery for the best ribs in town. Pizzas, pastas, and authentic Greek cuisine. It's the taste of tradition at the Mad Greek, 925 Main Street North, Moose Jaw.
We continue to make our way towards puck drop here between the Warriors and the Hitmen from downtown Moose Jaw. This is the 3rd meeting of the season between these two teams. Home team winning of each game so far. The Warriors coming off a big 5-3 win in Lethbridge. Atlee Calvert had a career high 4 points in that game. I had a chance to speak with him before tonight's matchup. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors forward Atlee Calvert before tonight's game against the Calgary Hitmen. Let's go back to Wednesday. 2 goals, 4 points for yourself. Do you feel like things were clicking for you in that game?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to put up a couple points here and there, but the most important thing is that was a big game and we got the win, so that was pretty big for our group.
Yeah, going into Lethbridge, it's a team that's right behind you in the standings. How important did the team feel it was to come away with 2 points?
Yeah, I think it's big. I think anytime you can pick up 2 points on a team that's right on your heels, it's huge. And it's huge right now, and it may end up paying big, maybe pretty big at the end of the year.
For sure. What's working for the team right now? What do you feel like when you guys are playing well, what do you feel like you're doing well?
I think we're just playing a simple north-south game. I think we're a hard team to play against if we play honest, and I think we got a lot of skill in that room, so eventually we grind teams down, and eventually they'll give us some opportunities, and that's when our skill can take over.
Calgary's a team that you guys beat pretty handily last time they were here. You expecting a tough matchup against them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, and they've had a good couple last games there. So, yeah, it's going to be a battle, and it's another big 2 points for us.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to Atlee Calvert for taking the time to speak with us ahead of tonight's game. Let's take a look at the starting lineups as we continue to make our way towards puck drop. And we'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who will have 20-year-old netminder Connor Unger in net. Unger 18-5 in 25 appearances this season with a .275 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. On the back end for Moose Jaw, Logan Dowheniak, who's been steady since coming over in a trade with Edmonton. He has a goal and 11 points so far this year for the 20-year-old. On his other side will be Denton Matejchuk, 6 goals, 35 points so far this year for the Columbus Blue Jackets first rounder. Up front, it is a line that did a lot of the damage in Lethbridge on Wednesday, scoring 4 of the 5 goals. Atlee Calvert had 2 goals, 4 points. He has 19 goals, 37 points on the year. He's 3 points away from his career high, already has a career high in goals so far this season. Eric Ulrey had 2 goals in that win on Wednesday as well. He has 9 goals, 23 points so far this season. Centering that line will be Ryder Korzak, 13 goals, 29 points since coming back from the American Hockey League. He had 2 assists in Wednesday's win, along with Tent Matejchuk, also 2 assists. Moving over to the Calgary Hitmen, they will start Evan Buenaventura in net. The 18-year-old goaltender has a 10-5-1 record in 17 appearances so far this season, with a .273 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. On the back end for the Hitmen will be Tyson Galloway. The 19-year-old has 3 goals, 22 points. He's paired with another 19-year-old, Blake Heward, out of Regina, 1 goal, 7 points so far this season. Up front, it is a line that is dangerous for the Calgary Hitmen. Riley Fiddler-Schultz, 20 goals, 41 points so far this year. He centers the line with Sean Chagall, 19-year-old, on his other wing, 12 goals, 29 points for the Anaheim Ducks 5th rounder. And the other winger will be Zach Funk, 13 goals, 32 points so far this season for Funk in his 19-year-old year. So it's going to be a tight one. Calgary gave Moose Jaw everything they could handle in the game early December in Calgary. Moose Jaw bounced back with a big 9-2 win here in downtown Moose Jaw on Teddy Bear Toss Night on December 9th. So these two teams have traded home victories. We'll see if the Warriors can continue their strong play since the Christmas break. 3 wins in 4 games, but that one loss is a tough one, in the last one here on home ice in 2022 when they lost 11-2 to the Brandon Wheat Kings. So Warriors looking to rebound on home ice. We'll see if they can do that here tonight. If you want to tune into all the action here from the hangar in downtown Moose Jaw, stay right here on WHL Live or head over to Country 100 for Voice of the Warriors. James Gallo and Derek Kletzel will have all the action. If you're on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, we'll be back with the post-game show after tonight's game. We'll recap all the action and bring you reaction from the dressing room there on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. But the pregame show is getting underway. The pregame ceremonies are getting underway here in downtown Moose Jaw. We'll head down to ice level now and join James Gallo and Derek Kletzel.
Near the bottom, it is tight from pillar to post. Every game, every point matters.
Yeah, you're 100% right. When you start looking at the point totals for each team, it's amazing how tight it is this far into the season.